Hey cookie creators and lovers alike, I'm Gabby, and today on the Cool Cookie Show, we're going to be decorating some cookies that look like sweet summer treats. These cookies will remind you of the summertime treats we all know and love. We've got an ice cream cone, a rocket popsicle, and a snow cone. For our ice cream cone, I'm using the same shape as the snow cone. However, I've taken a small circle at the top and then put it in for our cherry. At this point, we're going to be working on the vanilla ice cream. For our piping consistency, we're using an Ateco #1 tip, and we've got some 10-second consistency flooding icing with the #3 Wilton tip. With our sharp tool or toothpick, let's go in and fill in those spaces and pop the bubbles. Now, what's ice cream without rainbow sprinkles? Now we're going to give this layer about 20 minutes to a half hour to dry before we go in with our next flavor of ice cream. Now let's go in and add the cherry on top. As my mother would always say, don't forget your highlights. Now that we've got the vanilla ice cream all dry, let's add some strawberry. Now we'll finish up the piping detail on our ice cream cone. I'm going to start by piping the white in between the red and the blue. Since this popsicle has 3 different colors, I'm just going to go along with my sharp tool or toothpick and make a little marking of where each color should be. Now, using our sharp tool or toothpick, let's go in and fill those spaces and pop those bubbles. Now we'll let the cookie sit for about 20 minutes to a half hour before we go in with our blue and red icing. Now we'll give that about another 20 minutes to dry, and then we'll add a little bit of brown for our popsicle stick. Now we'll let that dry for a minimum of 6 hours before we go in and complete our piping. In order to complete our rocket popsicle, we'll start by putting some grains into the wood of the popsicle stick using brown food coloring marker. Then we'll work with all 3 colors to complete the 2 piped lines on the inside of the popsicle. And there we have it, our rocket popsicle. For our snow cone, we're going to start with the base. You can use your sharp tool or toothpick to lightly ingrain a guideline for yourself. Since we're going to be using crystallized sprinkles to give it that icy effect, we're going to let this cookie dry for about 6 to 12 hours to ensure that the white part doesn't accidentally pick up any of our sparkles and stick there. In order to give our top of the snow cone a more icy effect, we'll be working with some crystallized sprinkles. Start by piping on a generous amount of icing to help your sprinkles stick. Now we'll let this cookie fully dry before dunking in our other colors to make sure that we don't accidentally end up with different colored sprinkles in the wrong spot. Now let's dunk the red part of the snow cone. Awesome, I'm feeling chilly already. Now let's wait a couple hours before we go in and fill in our yellow portion of the snow cone. Now that all the slushy layers are dry, let's go in with some piping detail around the cone. This guy's done and ready to chill. Thanks for tuning in to this week's episode of The Cool Cookie Show. If you liked this episode, give it a big thumbs up. Want to be a part of the creativity? Let me know what characters and shapes you'd like to see in the comments below. For more of my cookie creations, check out my channel, tune in every Tuesday, and don't forget to subscribe. Till next time, stay sweet!